The general principle in the United States legal system is that similar cases should be decided so as to give similar and predictable outcomes. This is obtained by courts' reliance upon precedent, the legal principle of stare decisis. When you make legal arguments in your writing, you must cite to the strongest precedent to make your case. My name is Megan Hayes, and this video will demonstrate advanced search techniques, show you how to find the best cases for any research assignment, and expand your research using Lexis headnotes. These search techniques will help you create persuasive, well-supported legal arguments for the strongest precedent. We will begin by conducting our research going to Lexis Advance. For the purposes of this demonstration, we will use the same search pattern as we did for the last video with the duty to warn topic from your legal writing class. In the basic research techniques video that you watched previously, I demonstrated the preferred method of searching on Lexis Advance by running a search across all content or everything on Lexis Advance, then showing you how to narrow by the column filters to results that most closely match a legal issue or fact pattern. This video will teach you an alternative method of research. By selecting an individual source to search, then running an advanced search terms and connector search to quickly find the documents you will need for your upcoming assignment. For this search, we will be looking only to retrieve Oregon precedents and cases under category. You can see that our search now has been narrowed to this source. Let me show you the easiest way to conduct an advanced terms and connectors search on Lexis Advance. I simply select Advanced Search. I can put in my own terms and connectors and use my connectors here that are listed on the right-hand side, or I can have Lexis create this particular type of terms and connector search for me. Now we're going to hit search. The Lexis Advanced site list makes it easy to scan through our site list with our search terms map. As you can see, each of our search terms, duty, to, and warn, appear in different colors. As I scroll through, you'll see at the top of every case, our search term maps show you where these terms appear most frequently in the document. The star indicates where the most frequency of these particular terms appear. I can also scan through this document by clicking on the different highlighted terms to see if my terms are being discussed within similar context and whether or not it's going to be relevant for my particular issue. We're going to go ahead and select the first case. The first thing I want to do when I'm looking at a case is I want to pay attention to whether or not this case is going to be relevant for me. At the very top of the page is the case summary. This is very similar to what you're doing in class. It is a case brief, and it gives you an overview of this particular case, what happened, and how it got to this particular point in the proceedings. That's the procedural posture, an overview of the facts and what the court came to, and then finally the outcome of the court here. If I scroll down, my headnotes are easily the most useful piece of how to apply the law within this particular case. The headnotes are verbatim black letter law coming from this particular case and organized by their particular topics that are addressed within the case. So if I want to make sure that my case is relevant, I want to first look to see is this judgment as a matter of law dealing with my particular issue? I'm looking for a failure of duty to warn, so that does not seem relevant. I will continue to scroll down to see if this particular case is on point. It looks like here, our third one, types of defects, marketing and warning defects. I'll also notice that above, it's a tort issue, a product liability, and then warning defects. This looks like we're more on point, and it looks like it's also addressing my particular issue. If I scroll down to number 4, I'll also see that this is where Lexis starts to pull out that this case goes over what exactly is the duty and the elements that are broken down. To link into where this appears within the opinion, all I need to do is click on the HN4 and it takes me directly to where this element is discussed within the case. Again, remember, my headnotes are a really good guide to whether or not this case is going to be relevant for me, because if my issue is not appearing as a main rule within this particular case, then this case does not go into explanation of how to apply my issues. Now that I've oriented myself and I know that this case is relevant, I want to expand my research to find more cases that are also on point for this particular issue. The easiest way to do that is to go through my topic headings above my headnotes and simply click on Market Warning Defects, click the down arrow, and click Get Documents. This then pulls all of the cases that also have this headnote and also in all jurisdictions. I want to make sure that I'm limiting my jurisdiction to Oregon. So I'm going to go down to state and I'm going to select Oregon. That's one way. Another way to find more relevant on point, and specifically cases that are just dealing with your issues within your particular cases, is to find my relevant headnote again and shepherdize narrow by this headnote. The difference between doing it up here and doing it down here is this particular way just finds cases that are also assigned to this particular topic string. This particular way, shepherdize narrow by this headnote, is just finding the cases that have specifically cited to the McEwen case. Much broader, much narrower. When I click on shepherdize narrow by this headnote, it pulls a list of 30 cases that have specifically cited to my McEwen case. I know it's headnote 3, so I can quickly find within this case where I go to headnote 3, and that is going to talk directly about its application of the rule and expanding it after in the McEwen case here in this more recent case of the Trust Joist Corporation case. That concludes our short research video on how to find relevant cases and how to expand your research from within a case. Please let me know if you have questions. As always, I am available by email and in person. My contact information is back on the Lexis Law School's page. Have a great afternoon and thank you for your time.